crazy dream again. It must be the 10th time. What does it mean? I can't remember ever having dreamed in colour before. Well, I'll take a little walk and shake it off. Hopefully they'll soon announce when I have to launch the shuttle for our exploratory flight. This is where Tom stores his personal items. When Tom goes out into the corridor, he sees Christine, his girlfriend, approaching him. He goes to talk to her. Hey big guy, did you get enough sleep? Christine, sure good to see you, honey. I feel awful. You were right last night. I should have stayed with you. I had that crazy dream again. It's getting clearer every time. It's crazy, alright. You're not usually affected like this. Must have something to do with the overseas jump. Stay with me tonight, and I will drive away those awful nightmares. The dreams began before the jump, and it's not really that scary, it's just so intense. Never mind. What's the use? I'll just walk around for a while longer. Maybe I'll run into Captain Brandit, find out when I have to launch with Snoopy. Snoopy? Haven't you? Boy, you must have slept sound. You could hear the explosion through the entire section. Explosion? Get to the point. What are you talking about, Chris? What happened to Snoopy? He took control of the overseas comm unit during the jump. It overloaded and pretty much exploded. They say bits of him were all over the place. Oh man, that's awful. Boy, it sure makes you stop and think. That makes Hosted the only government official on board. Yeah, but I've heard you are going to make the exploratory flight with Hosted now instead of Snoopy. Well, that isn't a great start to my day. But I guess things aren't so bad. Hosted is okay, and the accident really doesn't change anything in my flight plan. I'll have to talk to Joe about it. Your buddy is assigned to the northeast section today, near the access to the communications room. Well, I have to get going now. I still have a lot of work to do. See you later, sweetie. Bye, Christine. Stim drinks, a special mixture of potent medications. Nourishment, in the forms of concentrated bars, is found here. Tom tries to call up the latest news from the console. The following appears before the announcements. Video data not available. Com connection not activated. Text mode activated. Newsflash, text mode. European Union. The 14th attempt to introduce a uniform official currency has failed due to Germany's resistance. Sorry. 95. Hello, Driscoll. I heard you have a new passenger since they scraped the inspector off the wall. Anyways, I'm crossing my fingers for your flight. This is the door to Christine's cabin. Chris does not appear to be present at the moment. The security guard casts a suspicious glance at Tom. He doesn't answer. This bulkhead leads to the cabins of the management personnel and the captain. Access is not possible for other crew members. The bulkhead to the command bridge. Only a few crew members have access here. Tom is not one of them. This is Rainer Hofstede, physicist, xenobiologist, and government inspector. He seems excited to see you. Driscoll, hello. I'm so pleased I ran into you. Have you heard about Inspector Bugle's unfortunate demise? Hello, Hofstede. Yes, my girlfriend just told me about it. It's really too bad. Must have been a horrible sight. That stubborn British blockhead. He was no engineer, but he should have known the risks involved in operating the comm unit during the overseas jump. We're still a long way from completely understanding this whole beyond light speed technology. Poor devil. That makes you the only government official on board now, right? Yes. I'm the only snoop left. Please don't remind me. Anyway, I spoke with Captain Brandon. He still intends to carry out the exploratory flight, and with humble me instead of Beagle. Well, Driscoll, it looks like you've got a new passenger now. I don't want to seem heartless, but it's all the same to for the shuttle. It needs 2 people. As far as I am concerned, the flight can take place as planned. Yes, I agree, and I must confess I am very excited about the flight. The takeoff should be within the next couple of days. We must wait for the captain's announcement. Well, I guess that is all for now. I'm sure we'll see each other before then. See you later, Halstead. Yes, till then, Driscoll. A loudspeaker announcement echoes through the corridors of the ship. Announcement for Pilot Driscoll. Shuttle prepared for launch. Launch calls follow shortly. Finally. I must remember everything I want to take on my flight. Tom decides to ignore the call for the time being, so he can continue to loot the ship for the rest of the things he's going to need. And maybe even a load of things he doesn't need. This was Inspector Beagle's room. There are some cartridges in this cabinet. This is the ship's meeting point and the mess room for the crew. My old buddy Joe is working up there at the end of this corridor. I should go see him. Two security guards stand in front of the entrance to the comm room. This is where the ship's communications units are installed. The room in which Joe, an old friend of Tom's, is currently working is behind the lower door. Hey fella, you want to keep me from my work? Good idea. Hi Joe, have you seen the security forces in this area? Yes, they're blocking access to the comm room. Arrogant guys. You bet. You know, I've always been curious. I'd like to have a look at the mess in the comm room. I know how we can get by those snoops. I can show you an access to the service deck. You should be able to slip past those security types and get into the comm room. What do you think? Good idea, let's go. Okay, look at the wall panels with the green light chains covering the accesses to the service deck. You'll find one of these in the room north of this one. The access code for the deck is 1042. Behind it you'll find a ladder going down. There you can find the service passage into the comm area. See you soon. Take care, Tom. Enter access code. Correct code. Service panel opening. Tom climbs down to the service level. When the floor plate in front of the door is stepped on, it lights up. At the same time, the door opens. After this floor plate lights up, the door on the west side of the room opens. The noise came from the right. There is a wall cabinet on the north wall. The wall cabinet is empty, ready to receive objects. When the door with the red light opens, the one with the green marking closes. The way back is blocked. Apparently, the number combination was correct. The door besides the keypad has opened. This is the comm room. Tom looks around carefully, but no one is here. The odour of scorched electronic equipment hangs in the air. These are the remains of the comm room. The explosion must have been devastating. Tom is just about to turn away when he notices an object under the destroyed console. It is a weapon. How in the world did this gun get here? Except for security, weapons are strictly forbidden on board. An interesting find in any case. Tom deposits the weapon in the wall cabinet. So now, if I can get back to the cabinet from the other side of this lock, then I can fool the security guards, and the weapon belongs to me. The security officers' faces show concern, then anger when they see someone walk out of the secured area. Stay right there, Driscoll. How did you get into that blocked off area? Don't move, we are going to search you. Colonel Privier searches Tom. Okay, you can go now, but be certain that we will make note of this incident in your personal records. I can promise you that. Well, have you seen anything interesting? Well, the overseas comm unit looks real bad. Guess what? Found a gun there. Well, don't show that thing to anybody or they'll take it from you immediately. See you soon. Take care, Tom. This goes into the infirmary and security personnel's accommodation section of the Toronto. Regular crew members have no access. This is a shuttle hangar. Tom goes to a console and reports that he is ready for the launch. Shortly thereafter, in the shuttle hangar. Tom meets Captain Branded, his passenger Rain Hosford, and the android body of Ned, the AI system of the ship, near the shuttle. Okay, Driscoll, everything is ready for your flight. All data required for the course determination are available to you in this shuttle systems, Mr. Driscoll. During the flight, I will communicate directly with you so we can immediately evaluate the transmitted data. You know your orders. Carry out measurements in orbit and on site to verify the probe data. Get Mr. Hobstead down safely, Driscoll. Good luck. Thank you, sir. I'll do my best. Are you ready, Hosted? Sure. Step on it, Driscoll. Tom brings the shuttle safely out of the mothership. The little spaceship has a powerful engine, and they are near the target planet after only a couple of hours. It was a pleasant trip up to now, Driscoll. Thank you. I'm in just the right mood to fly today. There's a lot of routine in my job, but flying to a new planet is always exciting. You can say that again. It's a good thing my office doesn't know, but I would have given up a week's pay just to experience this moment. We're coming into visual range. Look, Hofstede, it doesn't look like a desert world to me. Indeed. There's a lot of clouds, and the colour is quite unusual for dust clouds, especially when you consider that the gold colour comes from the sun. I will speak with the Toronto. Meanwhile, try to get something on your instruments. Shuttle to Toronto. Ned, how's the contact? The reception is excellent, Mr. Driscoll. Are you in visual contact with the target now? Yes, but the planet does not really look like a desert. Mr. Hofstede is checking the instruments right now. The Ian is becoming weak. But continue. The dense cloud cover is making measurements difficult. The analysis does show large amounts of raw materials. There appears to be more water than we originally assumed. Mr. The Ian is becoming weaker. Are you having any difficulty, Mr. Driscoll? No, everything looks okay here. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. The servos are gone. The auxiliary systems are going down. I'm trying to do something manually. Hofstede, I'm trying to run a check. Mr. Driscoll, your status shows critical values. Report, please. Failure of several systems. Manual control, okay. Trying to turn around. We have problems with energy supply. Hey! He exploded. Oh no, I'm losing control. Hofstede, hold tight. We're going down. The shuttle gets caught in the planet's gravitational field and quickly starts to fall towards it. The little ship is rocked heavily as it enters the atmosphere. Tom works feverishly and makes a crash landing with only the manual controls. Slowly, the men come to. Oh, my head. I'm sure in no hurry to fly again with you, Driscoll. Certainly not with this shuttle. Nevertheless, you can thank me for your still being alive. The automatic controls wouldn't have brought this thing down safely. Okay, I get it. What do we do now? Now, we put on our masks and climb out. If we can breathe the air, we'll go through the supplies and work on the radio, so we can try and make contact. If the air is too thin, that'll be all she wrote. Oh dear. Well, there's no purpose in delaying it. Let's go. My God! So this is the desert world. Must be out of my mind. Just look around. Fantastic. Just smell. Listen. This place is humming with life. How could the probe have sent such data? This is a real sensation. First, let's get away from the shuttle. In this oxygen-rich atmosphere, it could... Everything around Tom bursts into light, and then into a darkness that remains for a long time. Then Tom begins to dream his dream again. That dream again. I have to discuss it with Chris sometime. Time to wake up. I must prepare for the flight. The shuttle, was already there. Has already happened. Pain. Something is wrong. Something isn't right. More pain. What happened? God, the crash. What happened? Pain. Why don't I wake up? Hofstede and I are going out. All full of plants and animals. The planet is alive. The colours, the greens. Everything is green. Srenik, Ribach, Nis, Andre, Grenade, da Bris, Ridden, Windwell. What in the world? Where am I? Who? What is that? I thought I was awake. I have to get up and... Gosh, damn. Quite a clear sign of recovery, I'd say. Welcome back among the living. Hosted. Okay. I'll try to put it simply. What happened? Do you remember the crash landing and our getting out? Good. Shortly after the shuttle exploded, like in a bad American television show. My first memory after that is being transported on a stretcher. When I saw who was helping me, I immediately passed out again. Driscoll, these beings are intelligent. I can see that. This house didn't grow out of the ground, although if you look at it more carefully, you don't understand. There is intelligent life here. We've made contact with the third non-human race. Their culture is fantastic and... Hosted, please. My head is spinning even without your attempts at explanation. Start from the beginning, for goodness sakes. How could the instruments be so wrong? We set out with breathing masks, expecting a Mars-like world, and end up in a damn jungle more dense than anything on Earth. I have no idea what went wrong. You can feel most of the facts with your own body. We find ourselves on an oxygen-rich, warm world with an enormous variety of flora and fauna. The gravity, as expected, is a bit under 1G. Up to now, our immune systems has handled the local microorganisms. The explosion got you more than me. You've been unconscious for almost 30 days. Stop. Don't even try it. You shouldn't try to stand for at least another 30 days. I've noticed. Is anything else wrong with me? I don't think so. Some broken bones, burns, and probably minor internal injuries. The head injury gave me the most concern, but you appear to be completely coherent. Your prosthesis is operational. Thank you. Continue. I was back on my feet quite quickly, and I've made contact with our hosts. Where shall I begin? You're a scientist. Just stick to the facts. I will try my best. The people here call themselves Iskai. As you've seen, they are built like humans, only taller and thinner. Also, they have all their body fur. They appear to have descended from beasts of prey, as you can tell from the shape of their head. Otherwise, their history runs somewhat parallel to that of Homo sapiens. The Iskai are mammals, with two sexes just like us. Their technology isn't too advanced, yet they are quite capable of astounding agricultural feats. The people that live here have taken good care of us, and they've helped me keep you alive. Does that mean some kind of medicine man cured me? No. On the other hand, who knows? I was completely out of it on our first day here. The only thing I can remember is that one of these fellows was in the room and fumbled around with us a bit. I don't think he was trying to impress us with some kind of hocus pocus. He was working with glittering plant seeds. I was too weak to protest against it, but apparently it didn't hurt us. Then I used 3 of our medipacks to get you to your current state. Trinis, Bat Abradiba Nagendi, Kridak Na Green Inira, Astor Kiri Badui, Fraji Wan Drubai Lana Nariel. Well, I can see you haven't wasted your time. You've learned their language in just 4 weeks. I only know a couple of words. Except for the pronunciation, the dialect is astoundingly easy to learn. I'll give you a basic course during the next few days, so that you can catch up. Do it slowly, Hofstede. I'm still trying to absorb all this. This situation, I mean... What we are experiencing here is unbelievable. In real life, things like this don't happen to normal people. Be quiet, Driscoll. I'm sure anyone who has experienced something that only happens in movies would feel the same way. But this is really happening. Accept it, and you'll see that you'll be on your feet in no time. Then we must find a way to get back to the ship. The ship? Right. I'd be really surprised if it's still in orbit. I think it will land at the predetermined point. From there, we can build a research station instead of a mining structure. That way your company can at least make some money on the exclusive rights to the first documentary. We must find out where we are and how we can get to the landing point. Since our shuttle has been destroyed beyond repair, the trip to the Toronto could take a long time. That's right, but first we have to learn to communicate. Sleep for a while, then we'll begin the first lesson. Okay, and Hofstede? Yes? Thank you for everything. Several weeks later, Tom has recovered and has learned the basics of the Iskai language with Rainer's help. Today, for the first time, he feels strong enough to get out of bed. Never. Hofstede, and even if Garai eats me, I won't stay in this sandbox a day longer. Your nurse surely won't be happy about that, but please take it easy. It looks as if you will be walking again shortly. I'm doing okay, aren't I? It's time to finally leave this room. Okay, but you talk to Garai. I put all of the equipment that I still had with me in here. Tom, what are you doing up? Haven't I told you to save your strength? Now, it's not my fault if you collapse. I'll tell Sebai Lee Rin that you seem to have regained your strength. Phew, I thought it would be worse. Hasn't she told us about the Sebai whatever before? Yes, I think he is the head of this family. He must be very old if I'm understanding her correctly. That doesn't mean much compared to us. The Iskai apparently only get to be about 30 to 40 years old. No wonder they are so frantic. They always seem to be running at top speed. Just look at Garai now. I wanted to thank her for her care to calm her down, but she's already disappeared. Never mind, let's take a look around the house. The Iskai child looks with big eyes at the people in front of him. The sight has apparently left him dumbfounded. I've already seen parts of the house. The architecture is fantastic. Almost everything appears to consist of plants. Heaven knows how they do it. There is water almost everywhere. The people here bathe often, and apparently they have no nudity taboos. No wonder with this heat. I've already figured out what this is, believe it or not. It's a kind of plant toilet. No member of the group is particularly eager to put their hand there. Tom and Raina, I have just come from the Sebai. He wishes to speak with you. Would you please follow me? Of course, we'd be glad to talk to him. Now we'll hopefully learn the reason why we were saved. Don't be ungrateful, Driscoll, but we probably should not talk with each other in our own language in the presence of this Sebai. It would probably be considered impolite. Tom and Raina, the chief of the clan of Southwind Hunters, Sebai Liurin, I will leave you alone now. Dasari Ma, Tom and Raina, I am glad to see, Tom, that you have recovered from your severe wounds. Dasani Ma, Sebai Liurin, you and your clan have saved our lives, and we'd like to thank you for it. The Southwind clan is famous for its hospitality. We are glad to have helped you. Is there any way we can show our appreciation for your generosity? I am pleased about that, Tom and Raina. In fact, I would like to make a request of you. I don't know with what magic your metal boat moves through the air, but it seems to be completely destroyed now. The rest of the metal was recovered because it is of inestimable value for us. Now, there is a disagreement about whom the remains belong to. Since I have the impression that your vehicle is no longer of use to you, it would be very helpful to the clan if you could sign the metal over to us. I am sure such a declaration would be accepted by the other interested parties. Tom, you seem to be the leader. What do you think? Of course, we agree, Sebai Liurin. It's the least we can do for your assistance. I'm the one who is to thank you. You are helping the Southwind clan during a time of scarce funds. Please, place your name and your mark on this document, Tom. What do you mean by mark? Oh, excuse me. How dumb of me. Garai already told me that humans have no scent glands. That is how we normally sign contracts. But in this case, just your signature will prove suffice. Here, please, Tom. Tom places his name on a document made of thick, paper-like material. Thank you very much for your signature. It relieves me of some problems. I can talk more after this matter has been taken care of. Is there anything further you would like to know? Pardon me, Sebai Liurin, but Garai told me about your old age, and yet you seem to be quite young. Can it be that no one has explained to you about our holiest ritual? Well, I am actually over 50 years old, an age that no Iskai can reach. I transferred my spirit into the body of a newborn, in this case my own son. Sebai ritual is the most powerful magical act which we are capable of. It can be performed by anyone, however slight his magical talent. You must know that the trill of a newborn has a very special abilities during the first week. If an adult touches the newborn's trill against his, he can transfer his entire self into the spirit of the child. He or she can begin life anew. The body of the adult dies at the time of the ceremony. Naturally, it is forbidden to perform the ritual without the council circle's approval. Besides the abduction of a newborn, this is the worst crime there is. According to our laws, the criminal and his entire family are punished by death. Only a few special people, the chosen, can undergo the ritual. Further, the ritual cannot be carried out without the newborn mother's consent. Usually it is the partner or sister of the chosen one. If the ritual is performed, the chosen one receives the title of Sabai, followed by a number which indicates how often he or she has been through the ritual. Therefore, my title, Sabai Li, means that I have gone through the ritual for the first time. My God, Driscoll, this is absolutely unbelievable. Fantastic. Think of... I know, however, try to remain courteous and speak Iskai. It's been nice talking to you. Before I forget, my friends, here is a key. It opens the doors of the Hunter clan, and among other things, leads to our supply cellar. Whatever you need belongs to you. Also, the remains of your airship are stored there. Of course, you are welcome at any time. Feel free to look around and come again whenever you want. And don't be afraid to get to know the city. Almost everyone has heard of your spectacular arrival. And now, the most important thing. The Sabinah would like to speak with you. Please visit her in the council building. It is located in the middle of the city. The entrance is on the south side. These Iskai are a xenobiologist's dream. One moment their similarities to human beings is frightening, and then the next they are so alien. Just imagine the consequence of this Sabai ritual. Despite their short lifespan, the Iskai has quasi-immortality. What has also amazed me is this well, so rich in raw materials, values the metal from our ships so much. Pardon me for my enthusiasm, but look at the giant object over there. It is a kind of pump and functions without any mechanical parts. I believe the people who live here are very proud of their fountain. In the cellar, it's a little cooler than upstairs. Sorry, Ma. I hope you enjoyed the hospitality of the Southwind clan and feel welcome with us. This is Garai, who took care of Tom and Rayna's injuries. Dasari Ma, I am happy that we succeeded in healing you, Tom. When you first came into our house, I wondered if you would make it, but your race appears to be quite resilient. Garai, great to see you. We would like to thank you for everything that you did for us. It was an honor for me, after all. The scratched and bitten hunters, treating you was an interesting choice. Interesting change. It was an honor for me, after all the scratched and bitten hunters, treating you was an interesting change. It's been nice talking to you. Farewell. Just smell those aromas, Driscoll. This must be the kitchen. This is where that hellishly hot stuff they fed us came from. I love spicy food. We can't say it hurts us. You didn't spend weeks with a bucket. Well, let's change the subject. Tom and Rayna are addressed by an Iskai dressed in battle armor. Dasari Ma visitors to our city. I have come just in time, I see. I see you have recovered from your wounds. In the name of the Sebina, the chief of the council, I would like to welcome you to Jiranar. The Sebina would like to have a discussion with you. She can be found in the council building, the building in the middle of the city. It is surrounded by the river and can't be missed because of its large size. The Sebina is in the council building almost every hour of the day. You can visit her at any time. Of course, if you wish, I can take you to her immediately. Iskai makes his way to the council building. Tom and Raina have trouble keeping up with his fast walk, but they soon reach the city's government building and enter. This door leads to the room of the chief of the city, Sebinar Janus. I will leave you now. This Sebinar appears to be the chief here. I'm anxious to see what she wants of us. Dasari Ma, strange visitors. I am happy you have recovered from your wounds. My name is Janus. I am the Sebinar of Nakaradine and president of the council. During my time in office, I am responsible for the well-being of our people. Although your vehicle almost kills you, the hunter's descriptions of its appearance were very impressive. I didn't know that there was such powerful magic. Please understand that I need to talk with you, so I can learn more about your people and their intentions. Tom exchanges a glance with Raina Hofstede and begins to speak. I see no reason to not tell you the reason for our presence openly, Sebinar Janus. First, you must know that my people have reached a stage of technical development which allows them to travel between the planets. Tom relates all of the events, often interrupted by Janus's questions. Finally, Tom finishes with the crash landing of the shuttle on Nakaradine. An astounding story, Tom Driscoll. The power of the machines of your people is awe-inspiring. Although, apparently they are not free of errors. At least this explains the presence of your people here. I wouldn't have believed that you come from a different world. You surely understand that we must return to our ship as soon as possible, so we can relay our experience here. We don't know where the Toronto has landed, but I assume word will get around when such a giant machine lands. I'm quite ready to help you get transportation to the next island. Maybe someone there has heard of your world ship. Naturally, I also hope that you reach your goal, so that you can explain that this is in no way a lifeless world. Don't worry, the people on board our ship are not blind. To be frank, it is incumbent of me to have good relations with such an apparently powerful culture like yours. Therefore, let me propose something to you, Tom and Raina. In 2 days, there will be a small ceremony here. The occasion is my great-great-grandson's coming of age. At that time, he will be introduced into society as an adult. And the day after the festival, everything will be ready for your journey. What do you think about that? We are surprised by your generosity, Sebinar Janus. Of course, we will be pleased to accept your offer. Very well. Use these 2 days to get to know the city and our people better. Of course, I wouldn't recommend your leaving the city without an escort. The forest can be very dangerous. Do you have anything else that you would like to talk to me about? Where should we go to learn more about your culture? Well, for example, you could speak to the leaders of the 2 of our most important guilds. Akir of the Guild of Jarj Faj, who are also called the Formers. Their guild house is in the northwest part of the city. And Fazir, who leads the Guild of Jarj Kas. You will find him in the Jarj Kas guild house southwest of the city. However, you can also get to know the Iskai just by speaking with us. It's been nice talking to you. I wish you a happy time in our city. Desarima, I welcome you to the House of Weapons. Desarima, please show us a selection of your pieces. It was a long shot, but I kind of hoped that some of this stuff would be sellable. Be nice talking to you. Farewell. This house is set up in a very Spartan style, at least the visible part. Everyone is getting tired. Tom speaks to the Iskai, who, atypically to his people, sits with a stoic calm at the table, the scar-covered Ikas. Iskai says, tacturnly, "You want to know how to fight, Tom? Are you ready?" "Yes, train me." "Good. The art of close range or long range combat?" "Close range." Suddenly, the old warrior comes to life. He stands up with lightning speed and goes to the cushioned combat area with Tom. Tom goes through an intense training program. He has to take some blows, but in the end he realizes that he has made good progress. It was instructive for you, entertaining for me. You can go now. The inscription on the shield says, "Supply chambers, children. Think of the consequences."